Suppose a forest deer is wandering in the forest wilds. He walks confidently, stands confidently, sits confidently, lies down confidently. Why is that? Because he's out of the hunter's range. So too, quite secluded from sensual pleasures, secluded from unwholesome states, a bhikkhu enters upon and abides in the first jhana, which is accompanied by applied and sustained thought, with rapture and pleasure born of seclusion. Here he has explained the first jhana. Of course, by reading it, you won't really understand it completely, but just understand you have to be secluded from unwholesome states of the mind, secluded from sensual pleasures, and then you enter in the first jhana. There will still be some thoughts in the first jhana. There is a lot of rapture and pleasure too. When you are in the first jhana, this bhikkhu is said to have blindfolded Mara because you are not getting enchanted by sensual pleasures. So you have blindfolded Mara. To have become invisible to the evil one by depriving Mara's eye of its opportunity. Again, with the stilling of applied and sustained thought, a bhikkhu enters upon and abides in the second jhana, which has self-confidence and singleness of mind, without applied and sustained thought, with rapture and pleasure born of concentration. This bhikkhu is said to have blindfolded Mara, to have become invisible to the evil one by depriving Mara's eye of its opportunity. In the second jhana, even the thoughts just still, they become quiet. You still feel the rapture and pleasure, but it is very subtle and quiet. So the stillness or the sukha in the mind is dominant. Again, with the fading away as well of rapture, a bhikkhu abides in equanimity and mindful and fully aware, still feeling pleasure with the body. He enters upon and abides in the third jhana, on account of which noble ones announce, he has a pleasant abiding who has equanimity and is mindful. Then slowly you slip into the third jhana, where that stillness just becomes equanimity. You're fully aware, fully there, very, very mindful, one-pointed, but at the same time, there is no stress, no concentration. It is a natural happening. You naturally move from one jhana into the next. This bhikkhu is said to have blindfolded Mara, to have become invisible to the evil one by depriving Mara's eye of its opportunity. Again, with the abandoning of pleasure and pain and with the previous disappearance of joy and grief, a bhikkhu enters upon and abides in the fourth jhana, which has neither pain nor pleasure, and purity of mindfulness due to equanimity. This bhikkhu is said to have blindfolded Mara, to have become invisible to the evil one by depriving Mara's eye of its opportunity. In the fourth jhana, there is neither pain nor pleasure. It's an absolute equanimous state, very pure. Like I told you, pleasant sensation is not the correct yardstick to determine if the spiritual practice is correct for you or not. Whether that spiritual practice will lead you to the supreme truth or not. whether that spiritual practice will destroy craving or not. Pleasant sensation itself creates craving. Therefore, getting to the fourth jhana is a very big achievement where there's neither pain nor pleasure. You are in the center. Again, with the complete surmounting of perceptions of form, with the disappearance of perceptions of sensory impact, with non-attention to perceptions of diversity, aware that space is infinite, a bhikkhu enters upon and abides in the base of infinite space. This bhikkhu is said to have blindfolded Mara, to have become invisible to the evil one by depriving Mara's eye of its opportunity. In Jhana 5, all the perception of form is all gone. There are no forms in your mind anymore. It has all dropped away. There is no perception of diversity. There's just an experience of infinite space. That is the fifth jhana. Again, by completely surmounting the base of infinite space, aware that consciousness is infinite, a bhikkhu enters upon and abides in the base of infinite consciousness. This bhikkhu is said to have blindfolded Mara, to have become invisible to the evil eye by depriving Mara's eye of its opportunity. So you enter Jhana 6. Jhana 6 is the base of infinite consciousness. So from Jhana 5, you automatically slip into Jhana 6, which is from the base of infinite space. You automatically slip into base of infinite consciousness. You realize that that space that is expanding is within this infinite consciousness. Again, by completely surmounting the base of infinite consciousness, aware that there is nothing, a bhikkhu enters upon and abides in the base of nothingness. This is Jhana 7. You remember that Buddha was taught this Jhana 7, the base of nothingness, by Kalama. Yeah. This bhikkhu is said to have blindfolded Mara, to have become invisible to the evil one by depriving Mara's eye of its opportunity. Again, by completely surmounting the base of nothingness, a bhikkhu enters upon and abides in the base of neither perception nor non-perception. This is Jhana 8, and you remember his teacher Udaka taught him Jhana 8. This bhikkhu is said to have blindfolded Mara, to have become invisible to the evil one by depriving Mara's eye of its opportunity. Again, by completely surmounting the base of neither perception nor non-perception, a bhikkhu enters upon and abides in the cessation of perception and feeling. Complete cessation occurs here. That is why Buddha was disappointed with his learnings when he went to his teachers Alara Kalama and Uddaka Ramabutta, because the disenchantment had not happened. The dispassion had not happened with 7th and 8th jhana. There had to be something more. And that is what we call now the 9th jhana, cessation. The complete cessation of perception, sanya, and feeling, vedana. That's a state where you don't feel anything and when you do not perceive anything. As in, there is no sanya, no vedana. And his stains are destroyed by his seeing with wisdom. This bhikkhu is said to have blindfolded Mara, to have become invisible to the evil one by depriving Mara's eye of its opportunity, and to have crossed beyond attachment to the world. This is the most important part. His stains are destroyed by seeing through wisdom, and he has crossed beyond attachment to the world. These are the two most important things that happen at cessation of perception and feeling that did not happen in the earlier dhyanas. Those were called dhyanas. They are from the Rig Veda. They were being taught in Buddha's time. But in Buddha's time, they were being taught in a slightly different manner. Buddha taught it with awareness. He called them aware jhanas, and then he discovered the ninth jhana, the cessation of perception and feeling, where all the taints get destroyed, where you see the reality as it is in your own experience, and this enchantment happens automatically. To Buddha, it happened instantly. To people who are seeped into entanglement and enchantment, it happens in stages. The disenchantment definitely follows cessation, little by little, little by little, and finally all the enchantment withers away. Attachment dies. He walks confidently, stands confidently, sits confidently, lies down confidently. Why is that? Because he is out of the evil one's range. Evil one here is Mara.